Whoa.
Whoa.
Where are we?
We're on Mike Podcast.
Podcast.
We're on my podcast.
Your podcast. We're in real life New York.
We're in real life Alex's house.
Wow. We're in real life New York doing the One Piece podcast live.
This set of
I don't know why I said One Piece.
Yeah.
I started saying it. I was just continuing.
Alex, this set of your house is really realistic. It looks just like your room.
I wish the audience could see it. Hey everyone, welcome to the Funny Island podcast. Welcome to the first episode.
The first
out
episode.
of 100. We're ending it on episode 100.
We should have every episode we say like the number of the episode out of 100.
Out of 100.
And then once we get to the end, something big happens.
We get to like 107 out of 100.
Yeah. That's the how good the podcast is. So it just gets like once
Better.
it's past 100, it's like
It's just infinitely
Yeah.
better. Hey everyone, welcome to the Funny Island podcast.
that means this one's gonna suck really bad because it's 1 out of 100.
Don't tell people. They won't know. They don't have skills to judge it.
Yeah, they have no skills.
They have no skills.
Unlike me, I have 10
10 skills. You know what I have 10 of?
hands.
10 tickles.
I'm gonna take that away from you.
I'm gonna tickle your butthole. You know,
It did tickle a little bit, I'll admit.
when you get like a little tickly feeling in your butthole, it's there's a chance it could be like these fucking microscopic worms.
There is a chance that could be, but most of the time it's probably just like, like
Residual semen
butt
from
dust.
What is butt dust?
It's
Care
just
to elaborate?
Just anything that gets into your butt.
Anything that gets into your What do you mean anything that you mean like lint from your pants?
Yeah, just like lint or anything that gets.
Because it doesn't get in your butthole; it gets in your like butt crack.
Well,
It
how
gets
do you
in, like the back?
how do
part
you
of you.
explain the itchiness then, or like the funny tingle?
What if what if it's when you have like an inkling that like something bad's about to happen?
I have an inkling that it's gonna be a stinkling.
Ew. Do you say that to your girlfriend?
No.
She's like, "Where are you going, Ryan?" "I'm going to the bathroom. I have an inkling that it's going to be a stinkling."
Yeah,
She's like,
you're right.
"Oh,
You're right.
he got me there."
No, but moving away from butt stuff.
Butt stuff. Oh, damn. That's what everyone came here. That's what my dad's listening for.
He's like,
Butt stuff.
I'll go back to the butt stuff.
Don't go back or do go back.
What do you think? So we came back from the beach.
We did come back from the beach. We survived.
Thank God. We almost didn't. We almost stayed there.
Well, when I woke up this morning, I had the dilemma of, do I want to stay in bed and not do anything, or do I want to get the fuck out of here so I can not have to deal with this anymore? Because it was like, I was like sort of warm in my sleeping bag.
How did you wake up? Because I my alarm went off and I kind of just didn't fall back asleep, but then I heard you get up.
I was awake and I was just kind of sitting there, and then your alarm went off and I was like, okay, I'm going to fucking get up now. But it was like, I think when I woke up this morning, it was like 27 degrees.
Yeah, it was a little chilly outside.
It was very fucking cold. So we stayed at Ryan's parents' beach property, and they're building a house there, but the house isn't finished yet. So we were in these tents.
Yeah.
And well, when we got there last night, we set everything up. We wanted to get Subway, but Subway was closed. Seemingly. Ryan thinks it was open, but like all the lights were off, the sign was off, and there was no people inside. So
I don't know. Not all the lights were off.
there was like one fucking light bulb on.
They had their night lights plugged in.
Yeah, you're right. There's one. What are you doing?
I'm just getting my arm comfortable.
Ugh.
I'm not even touching you.
No, so
could
we
be
ended
though.
up going to McDonald's, and we got this fucking like Big Mac 2-pack or something. 2-pack. We got the Big Mac pack is what it's called. It's like $18, and I got a chocolate shake. We get back and like we brought a projector and like a sheet because we wanted to watch a movie. So we were like setting all that up while Ryan's trying to build this fire with wood that's like very wet. So it wasn't lighting.
We were multitasking a little too hard.
And then we just kind of had our McDonald's out. So by the time we actually dug into it, it was fucking freezing.
Yeah.
It was like, it was like uncooked is how it fucking felt. My burger was fine because I ate that pretty quickly. I like,
I
shoved that into my
think
mouth.
once we like got there, we immediately like ate our burgers, but then everything else.
the fries and the chicken.
Well, it's too bad too because like I wouldn't have minded the fries being a little bit cooler, but like they like hardened.
Yeah. Well, the chicken was the chicken nuggets were the worst fucking part.
Yeah, that could have been better.
Yeah. No, it was fucking abysmal. Anyway, and then like we were trying to watch Rango, but it would like pause and buffer because the Wi-Fi there was pretty bad.
Super
And it was really quiet, and then it was really cold out, and I was like all wrapped up in these blankets, and it would like cost me effort to point my head up and look at the screen because I kind of just wanted to be in a ball.
Whatever.
We went to bed at like 8:30 or like 9.
It's so yeah. I didn't realize how early we went to bed until I woke up and I saw that you sent me the information.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Funny Island information for the Instagram.
Yeah,
And
because we were talking about that when we were in our
you had
tents.
sent it at like 9:30. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
I like woke up. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was expecting it to be like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually when I wake up in the middle of the night. It was fucking 12. I was like, oh,
To be fair, you know what? At least
this is usually when I'm going to bed.
at least we got our sleep in.
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Yeah, we did sleep pretty well. We did sleep from like 9:30 to 8 a.m. Well, except I didn't. I was up for like an hour or two.
Look, in my mind, we were up later than we were.
Yeah.
To be fair, we got there kind of early, so you know
we-
what? It was fine.
We got there all right. I mean, we got there at a relatively early hour. It just got dark out.
It got dark quick.
Really soon.
It's
Got dark
just
out really
it's
soon.
just the time of year.
Yeah. Well, we went there last year around this time. I think we went in like February. I guess I was gonna say I think we went in February and it wasn't as cold. Well, duh, it's fucking January right now, so of course it wasn't as cold if we went in February. But no, it was below freezing. And then putting our shit away this morning, my fingers were in so much pain from the cold. It was insane how fucking awful that was.
Overall, it was fun.
Yeah, no, it was a fun time.
I
I say that as if I'm not having. Yeah, it was totally fun. No, it was great.
We went to the store beforehand and got snacks and sake.
Yeah, and then I feel like me being extremely cold canceled out any like sort of fun we could have had with the alcohol because I was just kind of tired and
it was too hard to tell. Like I think I was being affected by it,
but it was just I think my body was just like you do not need to think about this right now. You need to prioritize survival.
Like every now and then when I'd get up, I was like, okay,
when I would walk, but like when I was just sitting down, wrapped up in my blankets, being miserable, not much was happening in my brain.
Yeah, it's okay. Next time we will know.
Yeah, next time we'll just not.
We will prepare.
Yeah,
it didn't feel windy either. It's so weird. Apparently, it was like.
Yeah,
it
might have
that
been
cold. It was like in like the mid 30s or something, or like
it
even
was like
high.
50 degrees.
Was it?
No, I'm just lying.
I thought my mom said it was like 40 degrees. I'm like, there's no...
Maybe
like,
during the day. Maybe in the middle of the day.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, when we woke up, it was in the 20s, in the far late 20s. I don't want to say late 20s because that's like... That seems like you're talking about years, you know, late 20s.
Late 20s. You don't... No one says that about temperature.
Yeah, like high 20s, I guess is what you would say.
Yeah.
High 20s, yeah. That's weird. That's a weird terminology thing.
You're in your high 20s right now.
I am a high wizard.
What did we say the other day about wizard sex? Wizard style?
Oh, because I was like, oh, you wrap your legs around her and cling onto her like you're a lizard, but you thought I said wizard. And then we were joking about like, oh, I want to get fucked wizard style. Which is, I think my rendition of wizard style is where your partner gapes open their hole of choice from across the room, and then you spurt your jism
spell.
Spurt your spell into them from across the room.
I don't know if you get this, but whenever I think of a wizard, I think of like crazy like cuckoo man in like a big like purple robe.
Oh yeah, like from Sword in the Stone. Yeah, that's what I think of too.
And like really like just frail and like.
Are you saying that's wizard style when you're a big old man?
Yeah,
a little blonde boy.
You're just like you're just kind of like like a creepy man. I like that depiction.
What is that? What move is that though? What position is wizard style?
I was thinking, what were you talking about the other day? Where you like hang off them?
That's lizard style, where you're like clinging onto their back and not making contact with anything but your partner.
That's really funny. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's not.
But like an old man.
Wizard style. But it's like a Yoda wizard, so it's like a little old man that's like on your back.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking you. My dad's really into that.
Your dad's into a lot of weird things. Every now and then I bust into the room.
You bust a nut. Every now and then I bust a nut just thinking about what he does.
I bust into his office and I say, "What's up?" And I see what's on his computer, and he tries to cover it up with his big hands, and it works.
It works, yeah. He's got really square hands. His hands have evolved to cover his computer screen.
Yeah.
Do you think if we killed every person that was caught looking at porn on their computer, we would eventually evolve into like having bigger hands that could cover a computer screen perfectly? because the people that are able to
don't
cover it
think-
and not get caught
Well, here's
would
the
survive.
thing.
So then people with bigger hands that are able to cover the porn on their computer would survive, and
Good-
over generations.
Good thought, but
Bad thought.
good thought, but bad. No, but I think normally people who get caught, that's not really a thing. Like that's like a meme that people
Yeah,
cover it
because
with their
nobody
hands.
does it on their
But
computer.
normally
anymore.
they're like scrambling to like click away from it with
yeah,
their
they don't
mouse.
just put their hand on the screen.
I had a horrible dream like not too long ago where like literally it was weird. I was like on the computer and I wasn't looking at porn, but there just happened to be porn on the desktop.
In your dream or your life?
No, in my dream.
Okay, I was like, what kind of situation is this?
And it's kind of like how in dreams it's hard to like attack people, like your punches are really slow or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like the same, like someone was like coming up the stairs, and I was trying to click off it, but like it was just like impossible, and like every time I
Yeah.
tried to, like there'd be like a pop up in front of it. It was horrible. It was like an actual
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. You know what? I had a dream. I took a nap earlier, and I had this awful fucking dream that like, I think we were on an island or something. It wasn't like a deserted island. There was like shit on the island, but it was like an island.
It was this
And
last
then-
night.
No, like earlier, I took a nap when I got home
Oh, okay. Yeah.
from the beach because we got home at like 11 or 12. But I had this dream. We were on this island, and we somehow got roped into like helping someone with their laundry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just very tedious. Like we had to separate the clothes. Like it was both of us, and we had to like separate the clothes and like put them in the right thing. And then it was so fucking. It just dragged on for a really long time, and it was really annoying. And then I woke up, and I'm like, I'm so fucking glad I woke up. Like what a waste of my time.
Oh, it was like
So-
obnoxious. It wasn't
it
even
was-
like
no-
horrible or like
no, it was
torturous.
just it was just boring.
Boring.
Yeah, like what a waste of my sleeping time if I'm not even enjoying
I've
it.
had dreams like and like I'll have the ones where it's like I'm just in like a weird class I just don't like and I want it to be over and I wake
Yeah,
up. I'm
you're
like,
you're a
"Thank
mage
God."
and you wanted to be a fucking orc.
Thank you. That took me a second.
Yeah, point the microphone more towards yourself, or orient your mouth. You can pick up the fucking stand. Just move it.
Right. Oops. Whoop! I kissed it.
I kissed it. You can kiss it.
You can kiss it.
Let's talk about Funny Island. Funny Island. So
My
I think
favorite channel.
2 days from now, right? 3 days from now, Saturday
Soon.
is 3 days from now is when we're gonna upload the first episode of season 1. I guess the first episode is gonna be the set episode.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be the pirate ship episode. I guess not pirate ship; they're just boats.
Yeah.
The boat episode.
That's gonna be funny. I
And
can't wait.
if you're watching this in chronological order of like upload, then that should already be up.
This will probably follow.
Yeah, this will be some time after,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, not
it's-
immediately, but
hopefully you've already seen it. I'll be honest about it. It was a fun video to film, but it's not really that great watching it back. I think it's a good starting point, but it's
yeah,
not like
sure.
it's not something. Oh, Jesus, that's gonna sound awful on the microphone.
That sounds great.
I just kicked the microphone on accident. It's fine. It's not something that like out of all our videos that we have on Funny Island, that's not the one I'm gonna show people. The one I'm gonna show people right now is the Dr. Ryan.
Wait,
video.
would you say it's the least funny of the live action ones?
No, I would say the least funny is the
Mindflex.
I'd put it right up there with Mindflex. I would say the Newlywed Game is funny, but it's really long, so I can't recommend that to anyone.
Okay, so it's just below Dr. Ryan, and then
Yeah, it's
okay, that's pretty good. Then I'd say
I'd say it's less funny than Newlywed Game, but Newlywed Game is just really long.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Newlywed
is
Game,
really
I need to like cut that up and do like a highlight reel or something.
Yeah, that could be good.
But we have a couple more videos planned that we're going to record in a couple days.
Well, you also have like a higher standard. Whenever I watch our
do,
videos,
yeah.
I'm like laughing
because
the
Ryan's
entire
like
time.
fucking smooth brained.
Yeah,
like,
I see. We say like fart and cum, and I start laughing like my head
yeah,
off.
and I'm like, that's stupid. Even though like in the moment I think it's funny, but when I watch
Even
it
though
back, I'm
you're the one
extremely
making
critical
all
of it.
those jokes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't think I'm that funny.
I think you're pretty funny.
Well, that's because you're smooth brained.
I think
Sorry to tell you.
we're.
No, I'm extremely critical of at least
I think
myself.
it'll be great.
I never really have a problem with what Ryan's doing, but I'm always like, oh, I'm not really.
Well, that's how everyone is.
Yeah,
Self-critical.
but I want like the stuff we're putting out to be like really good, which is why, because this is the first video and we don't have that many subs, it's like I don't really care because they're just gonna keep getting better from here. And
That's
the
true.
two videos we're gonna do here on Friday in a couple of days.
If the ones on Friday are better, or do you think we might just use one of those as the first one instead?
If it's like significantly better, yes. But
I
like
can't
I said, we
imagine.
don't have that many subscribers, so
I don't know if Infinite Pancake is gonna be a knee
winner.
slapper, but
It'll be
I'm
interesting.
Sure it will be. I'm sure we
I
can
think-
make it that. I think by virtue of us doing any sort of cooking together, it's gonna be.
it's just messy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be
good.
fun. Don't tell me anything about that video. Just like come prepared to like
Okay, that sounds
explain
good.
it to me and then have me experience it. I think
That sounds
that'll be
good to
funny.
me. I like that. I like that I've been taking charge with some of these recent.
Yeah,
Watch them all be like not funny at all, and it's my fault.
I mean, we just need to experiment and try new things.
It was also
So I'm excited.
That last one was like the first time on the set, like doing.
Oh yeah, it was our first time back on the set.
Yeah.
And I fucked up the camera settings. The ISO was too high and my fucking shutter speed wasn't right and whatever. So I need to fix that next time, and I need to fix the lighting too because it was a little dim.
Was it?
On the video, yeah.
Oh, maybe it's okay.
Well,
I'll be the judge of that.
you haven't seen the raw footage or like the edited version. I can show you.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna be a good judge. I was making fun of Ryan earlier. Well,
I hate you.
I've been making fun of him a lot recently because he edits on Filmora. He's like,
You're
that's
the one
competent.
You're the one that recommended it to me.
yes, when we were in like high school, because that's what I used to edit our fucking Let's Plays that we made in high school.
Well, it works fine for what I do.
It works, yeah, it works fine for your speed paints, but
Well,
it
as
wouldn't
far as
work
I'm
for,
concerned,
like, Funny
all
Island.
we need to do, all the Funny Island edits are pretty much just cutting and.
Not really.
What do you?
If you ever want to do anything like, if you ever want to do any funny edits though in it, you can't.
Well,
you can't do
zooming.
anything.
I think you can do zoom ins.
You can. I mean, you can do zoom ins, yeah, but you can't
Whatever.
like fucking turn shit or
You're just
fucking
a funny
adjust
man
audio
with-
levels.
You have high.
You also can't color correct, so you could do Let's Plays, I guess, on Filmora.
Oh yeah,
But-
you have high. Fucking. What's your dog barking?
Probably my dad fucking him.
It's funny. Your dad. I like the idea that like, your dad saw my car and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck with them," and he's.
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
He's like fucking with the dog right now. to make him bark.
My dad's he just doesn't think about anyone but himself.
He's dangling a little
Carrot.
A carrot.
You were gonna say a carrot.
I was thinking of like Minecraft pig.
I know.
I'm gonna break your bed. I mean your couch.
I mean, I think it's good that we have different priorities.
Yeah,
That
we'll keep
we're not,
each other. If I think
Yeah.
I would be. Well, I say this in
Mm-hmm.
the sense like if I was exactly like you in the way that you approach things,
Mm-hmm.
and encourage
Word this carefully.
and encourage. No, I'm just no. I'm
Uh-huh.
saying I'm sure that like a lot of things would be a lot better actually.
Yeah.
But also I'd be worried for how much you
Money.
would have spent on shit.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps, but that's my.
It's my own equipment and shit.
Yeah, no,
But,
for sure. And I'm never gonna like stop you from
I'll
doing
say
your own
like
things.
my quality control
Uh-huh.
has kept us from releasing really bad videos, and it's also the
Maybe.
reason we have a set and not just doing it
Yeah.
on my couch here.
True,
So it's good.
but think of all the videos we would have really no. Well,
All the
no,
shitty videos we would have released.
you're absolutely right.
Because
but-
we did the fucking
The fucking.
what the fuck was it called, the Operation game.
Oh yeah,
we went to Goodwill and we got Operation and Mindflix.
was that not
at the
a
same
good video?
time.
I remember that
Well,
being funny.
So it didn't come with like the little bones. We just got the little punishments and rolled
yeah.
them up and put them in there, but it didn't work too well because some of them were really easy and some of them were really stuck in there.
Sounds like a good deal to
But
me.
then we weren't really. It wasn't a funny video because we would just kind of like we'd pull the punishment out, and I guess the thing was like if you touch the barrier, then you have to do the punishment, and if you don't, the other person does the punishment. But we were very like nonchalant about the punishment. We'd pick it up, we'd be like, oh, okay, and then we'd do it, and it just wasn't entertaining.
Oh, it
because
wasn't.
we were very
good.
like it was just very monotonous.
Yeah, it was.
So-
Maybe it was punishment overkill.
Yeah, well, we need to vary our punishments, and it needs to be something we're actually scared of. You know, because I like the
man.
reaction of like in this fucking boat one we did. I like when I'm like wait. I like the reaction of like the
yeah.
person actually being afraid, because then there's like stakes. Otherwise it's just kind of like, oh, whatever, they don't care.
No, that's a good point.
I like in the Dr. Ryan one where I'm like actually freaking out because the candle wax really hurts.
We'll do we'll have so many good punishments.
Yeah,
in
we'll
these
have some good
future
ones.
videos.
We need like a designated punisher to be on the set to punish us.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. I'll tell them the idea we had for a character on Funny Island. When we were driving, we thought about a character called Kink Kong, who's it's like a BDSM gorilla, a BDSM ape, I guess, who just has a whip and like carries out all the punishments on Funny Island.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really fun.
I think that'd be really good.
It'd just be, we'd have to get a really expensive gorilla suit.
And we need to get someone to just be ready with the gorilla suit.
Yeah, so someone who's just off screen, always in a gorilla suit.
I guess, well, and then I had the idea that we have, like, it's just like the possibility of him, like,
oh
it's
yeah,
not always.
there's like a
always
timer,
just-
like a random alarm, and it's just like fucking. What did we call it? We like called it something, right?
Did we? I don't know.
It was like it was like ape time or something. I don't know. It's ape time.
It's ape time.
But yeah, it's ape time, and then we freak out because the ape just comes in and like chooses one of us at random and just beats us up. Like
Random.
actually just fucking.
I thought you were just gonna just beat both. Like go.
Oh, it could be both of us.
Like
Yeah.
just clobbering us.
There's like 4 apes, and like 2 of them are holding us, and the other one's just punching us.
That'd be really
That'd be
good.
so funny.
That'd be great.
We should do that when we have the budget.
There's
should
a lot
be
of people
when we
with
do
ape suits.
when we do Funny Quest, which is like we want to do a Funny Island like RPG, but like we're doing it in person.
Yeah.
So we're basically like LARPing, but we have to like fight these opponents, and like every time we lose or something, it should just be like someone in a monkey suit comes out and like beats us up. Or like has a big stick.
we lose against the monster, and then like a different monster just comes over to.
Yeah, just beat us
deal
up.
the-
Or
deal
like
the
people in
damage.
monkey suits could just be the monsters.
Oh, that's true.
In the game.
We're just fighting different like levels of monsters.
Different
of
colored
monkeys.
monkeys.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, there's like red monkeys and blue monkeys. That'd be funny. Monkeys are so funny.
They're funny, especially when they're dealing damage.
Yeah, they deal a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I really like that YouTube channel you showed me where it's like animal facts, but as if you're like playing a video game. It's got like fucking
It's like
RuneScape.
RuneScape.
Yeah,
No, that one's
that's
really
awesome.
That one's really good.
What's it called?
I have no idea.
I will find out, and I'll
Yeah, no.
put a
please
little
do
voice
it.
clip of me saying it in here.
It's funny.
It is very funny. I like it.
We went to donate blood.
What?
We went to donate.
Oh my god!
You
Yeah,
told
let's
that.
fucking talk about that. So I
I feel
don't-
this is gonna frame us as like not good people. Well, not really.
What do
but-
you mean? No, you make it sound worse than it is. So, I was in need of money because I didn't have a job. Right now, I'm like applying to a couple places, and I have some interviews, so things are going better. But I was like, I need money. I want to buy this camera. It's the Sony FX6, which is like a $6,000 camera plus the lens and all this other shit. I don't need it, but I want it because I want to make cooler looking videos, I guess. And I want to have multiple cameras for Funny Island.
There's always a bigger camera out there.
There, absolutely. When I get the FX6, I'm gonna be like, but I need the FX9, which is like $10,000 or something.
At that point, it'll be easier though, because at least you can like exchange that one for cash and then upgrade.
Well,
more,
that's
kinda.
no, not really.
No, you can't.
Well, I think after
have you considered just buying like a used one of these fancy cameras?
you can't find them used anywhere.
Oh, it's like that, like fancy schmancy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's like hard to find already. Like it does like random drops. It's kind of like the
my
PS5 actually. Like it's
just like Fortnite.
So I need to get the money for it, and then it'll just like randomly drop on like B&H, and I have to be quick enough to buy it.
Oh.
I think at least right now it's completely out of stock everywhere, and you just sign up for updates. But anyway, I'm still sidetracked. I'm gonna finish this thought, and then I'll talk about the story. No, the camera I'm gonna get after the FX6 is actually the one I have now, the A6400. That way we
Okay.
can have two. Like,
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
yeah, like one camera fixed on you, one on me, and then the main
Yeah.
camera. That way, instead of, because what I do now is I punch in where I'll just zoom in on one of us, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the actual 3-camera setup where you have a separate angle just for that person, and the person can like look into their camera.
Yeah.
Just because it adds a
That
lot
would
more.
be
it makes it more
insanely
personal.
cool.
Yeah, so that'll be the goal. But anyway, so I was like, I need money, and I saw this stupid meme that was like, you can donate poop, And I thought that was funny, so I sent it to the group chat. And then I was like, oh, wait, you can make money donating plasma. And I looked it up, and it was like, oh, make $1,000 in your first month. I was like, fuck yeah. And I was like, hey, Ryan, we should, like, do this. And then, like, the next day or something, or, like, a couple days later, I, like, woke up in the morning, and I'm like, hey, Ryan, I'm going to go donate plasma if you want to come. So we get all geared up, and we go to the place. And, like, it's already in kind of a bad part of town. And when I say bad part of town, Ryan, you probably don't know this, but it's next to Sky Zone where I used to work. And multiple people have died there within like the last couple of years.
What do you mean died?
Someone got shot in front of Sky Zone. Someone got shot behind Sky Zone.
Okay,
that's the reason they stopped doing glow nights at Sky Zone, is because they didn't want to have people there late at night on the weekends, because that's when people would get shot. Nobody who was at the park got shot, but people got shot while the park was open, I think, which is fucking terrifying. Anyway, so it's in a bad part of town, which is also why the police station is next door.
When we showed up, I was looking around and I was like a little concerned.
Oh, like the area?
Just the area.
Yeah, it's not super great.
Well, like we were walking,
it's, like, really run down.
We were like walking at the same time that there was like someone like walking around outside, like tweaking out.
Oh yeah,
I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, there's tons of tweakers there, and they'll fucking scream at you.
Yeah.
But so we go inside, and it's already like a little like dingy. It's like really dusty, and it just looks really old. We get in there, the lady tells us to wait, and she's like, all right, you guys new? And we're like, yep. We give her all our information, our social security cards, and all that fun stuff. And then she hands us these binders, and she's like, okay, yeah, it's going to take you like 4 hours this first time. You're going to read through this, and then you're going to watch some videos and stuff. And she gives us the binder so we can read through them. And I look over to the section where we would go later to watch some videos. And there's these like old crusty headphones that I'm assuming I'm going to have to put on to watch these like tutorial videos. Yeah. And I'm like, I already don't like this. Anyway, we sit down with these greasy binders. I don't know if yours was greasy.
Mine was okay, but
mine was oily.
Like it was oily.
Yeah, it was really gross. And we looked through it, and it's all the basic stuff like, oh, you can't donate if you have AIDS or like hepatitis or whatever, if you've been doing drugs recently, or like there's another one where it's like if you're a male who's had sex with another male, you can't donate.
So that
was well, I want to make a joke about it, but I didn't want to.
Right.
So it was gonna be like, oh, and like kind of nudge Ryan, but then I was like, that's stupid. We're in a professional setting.
Yeah.
But no, then it was like side effects. You could get an infection at the site of where you get your blood drawn. It's like, well, tell me which infections, like, because HIV is an infection,
right?
Like,
I know it's like
that's,
it's trying to imply that like,
we're not responsible for anything.
Right. It could be like an outside thing, but I'm sure it's also just
and it's like, all right, well, that's scary. That's scary enough. And then it's like you could get like air in your vein, which Ryan says could kill you. But it was just a bunch of scary side effects. I'm like, I don't know. And then we like finish reading it at the same time, and we go up there, and I'm like, yeah, dude.
We finished reading it, and Alex gave me this look, and I kind of knew what he was like.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, like, I don't know, dude. How are you feeling? You're like, I'm okay. Like, I can do it. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel super comfortable about it.
Well, I was just in the boat where it's like, you know what? Like, if you're still wanting to go through with this, then I'm not gonna like leave. You know? So
well, and I was also thinking like, I don't want like it's one thing for me to get like some sort of horrible life-threatening infection from doing this, but it's another thing if Ryan, the person I like invited to come along, if like something happens to him dying. And it's my fault because I brought him along, so I was like, fuck it, we're not doing it. Yeah. We're just like, oh yeah, like something came up, we'll come back some other day. And she gave us our shit back and we left.
We're good at we're good at like filling in for each other sometimes socially. Like I feel I was really good at like walking up in there and being like, hey, so like
something came up.
Yeah, but like, then like sometimes like you're good at like the guy at the 7-Eleven, like you were really good at like talking him down and whatever.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm sure we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that on our Demon Souls playthrough that nobody's seen. But we went to 7-Eleven and we were wearing our masks as good little boys do. Mm-hmm. And the guy at the counter, like, he had a mask on, but it was just like draped around his neck. It was
he wasn't wearing it really.
And he's like, "What are you scared of, huh?"
He asked one of those questions that just throws you off guard, like that you don't expect someone to ask you at any given time.
Well, because he didn't for a second I didn't realize he was talking about our masks. He was just like, "What are you scared of, huh?" And then I don't even remember how the conversation went because this was like fucking almost a year ago. This must have been like March or April.
Yeah, I was standing there shivering like a little lost puppy.
I don't remember what I said, but I just kind of offset it. I just kind of like
no, you like did a good job, kind of just like joking back with him, and then he was like cool with it, kind of.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you said. I think you said something like, I think you're just like, oh, I mean, like, you know, it's a who knows who comes into this place.
Oh no, I remember it. He was like,
right, something like that.
He was being weird about it. He was like, "Oh man, like it makes me so upset. I could like hold someone hostage." And
oh,
I was
that's
like,
right.
I was like, in my head, I was like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, haha, like as long as it's not us." And he's like, "Well, you never know." And I was just like, "All right." And then he rung us out, and we left.
Yeah.
And we just got in the car and we started laughing. But what a fucking weird interaction.
I hate that people like think that they should say certain things.
Like, what is he? Yeah, what was his plan there? Like to intimidate us? I guess it didn't work.
Yeah, it's not like he was like, yeah, I don't know. It's not like he was. I don't think he was actively. I don't know. He was like joking around, but also like being.
He's like joking around, but like he's pushing his agenda.
Yeah. So
yeah,
regardless, it made me feel a little awkward.
Do you know people like that where like every time you talk to them, they will, and don't say me with One Piece, but every time you talk to this person, they will like find a way to slip in some like political shit. Like their agenda.
I'm sure
like every time you talk to them, they'll shift the conversation to their like political opinions, and it's like, dude, I don't fucking care. There's this I used to work at Best Buy, and I went back to visit everyone, all my old coworkers, since I'm back home for a bit. I say for a bit. I'm back home indefinitely, which is why we're doing Funny Island, which is cool. But I went to visit everyone, and everyone's cool. And we had this coworker. I had this coworker. They still have him. He's super cool. He's just like an older guy, maybe like mid 50s.
Wizard age.
Lizard age.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's just this guy in his mid 50s, and he's awesome. He's like, "Oh yeah, you went to college?" Like, "Oh yeah, cool. Man, like Portland's just gotten worse and worse. Like they need to kick these people out. Like it's just,
oh my God.
It's not as good. When I moved here in 2002, oh man, it was so different. And you can't even go outside now. You know, I used to have a boat and I'd leave it at the dock and I just talk to anyone. But now I can't do that. And it's like, dude, I didn't ask. I didn't ask
like, for this.
And I'm like, He's like, the police really need to step up their game. And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
That's obnoxious. I know what you mean though. Just people like, I mean, obviously I won't name names, but
they put you in a position where like I'm not the kind of person who's really gonna argue with someone even if I have like a different opinion.
Oh yeah,
because like this person's opinions don't matter. Like they're not like a senator or anything. They don't have any impact, right? He's just an old man that needs someone to listen to him because clearly no one does. Which is why he's venting to fucking 20-year-old.
Right,
but. It's just, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
And it's generally, I've like when you ask me that initially, like if I know any people like that, it's like not really people close because I can usually like either like we know each other well enough where like we know each other's opinions already.
Yeah, so you don't like,
but like kind of like what you said, like people that you know, but like not, like,
you're not
particularly closely.
Yeah. Well, the reason is like you can't become close with someone like that because you can't have a real conversation with them, 'cause they're always gonna do that shit. That's how my ex's dad was.
That's funny.
Yeah, he would always like, and you know what? I don't know if you've experienced this. Maybe you shouldn't talk about it since you've only had one real girlfriend.
Sure.
Not one real, but like one like long relationship.
Yeah,
you had like another week-long relationship in like high school or whatever.
Yeah.
But when like your partner's parents are talking to you. And they're like talking to you they're talking at you for way too long. Like you're not really having a conversation with them. They're just kind of telling you things.
Okay.
And you're like clearly there to hang out with your partner.
Yeah.
And they're not doing anything. They're like, they get mad at you for being talked at by their parents. Like that would happen with my ex all the time where her dad would talk at me and
fortunately I would like, that.
I'd just kind of be stuck there because I don't want to be rude. You know, I don't want to be like, hey, I'm going to go just hang out with your daughter and not talk to you. But it's like, I wasn't contributing anything to the conversation. He was just talking about.
It's not your
like,
fault that you got sucked into it.
He was talking to me about like conspiracy theories.
Your ex should have fucking been the one to.
Well, yeah, she should have like said, "Okay, Dad, we're gonna go upstairs now," or like. It got to the point where he would come into her room while we were like playing video games or whatever, and he would like talk at me, and she would just kind of sit there like on her phone, and it's like, no, you have to like.
You have to help.
It's been like maybe 5-10 minutes. That's fine, but like. Anything longer than that, especially because he's talking about conspiracy theories and like all this dumb shit I don't care about. You need to be like, hey, okay, Dad, you can go now. Because the reason he would talk to me so much is because everyone in that house was done with his shit.
Yeah.
So like I was the only one that was like, well, I don't want to be rude to him, even though he's a fucker. So anyway, that's my rant of stupid people that talk at you.
No,
like us, we're stupid people that are
normally.
Talking
I
at
feel
you.
like most of the time I would say kind of like what you were saying. It's usually like parents, friends, or like people just like parent. It seems like people that
parents, friends, or friends, parents. Oh no, I know what you mean.
Like
yeah, when you're younger and you go to like a party or like a get together with your parents and their friends are there, and they're just kind of telling you shit, and you're not close with them, so like none of what they're saying really matters, and they don't know you that well, so none of what they're saying like is like relevant to you.
Exactly that, and just like I guess like that age group generally too is just pretty good at that.
Yeah, well, they'll just ask like really general, boring questions too, like, "Oh, what are you in school for?" And "Oh, yeah."
To be fair,
you do like stuff with TV. Oh, like Disney. Oh,
like
whoa.
Disney. Yeah, I know. You
want to make cartoons?
You say something like vague, and they're like, "That's my favorite thing," especially being in a career that like they don't.
Yeah, they don't understand anything about.
Older people just don't really. It's so hard to explain that I like paint dragons for a living.
Yeah, they're like, "Whoa, you paint like." Like, do you use oil or like?
Yeah, do you
have your studio?
Like you work at like Disney and then you're like doing like.
Oh yeah, or you're like I work on games like Mario. You make the Mario game.
The most like basic.
Yeah,
they use their like most basic knowledge
Xbox?
of whatever. Yeah, Xbox.
Working at Xbox now? No, I work at Blizzard.
Or like
what is Blizzard? Well, Blizzard is Xbox.
Legitimately,
now.
I've had conversations where it's like, yeah, I work on like game art, and people they'll be like, well, like Monopoly, like they don't even.
Closer.
Yeah,
that's
honestly,
closer.
It's just funny.
Yeah, you're working on Ryan's working on like a card game now. It's not his card game, but he's doing art for someone's card game. You did have your card game though that we played that one time. That was fun.
Yeah, you mean like Mantle?
Mantle, yeah.
No, that one's
super fun.
I've been meaning to do a like remaster of that.
Remaster, yeah. You should totally do that. You could fucking, you know what you could do? You could make your Patreon. And then just like release that as like a free download, and people can just download the cards or something.
That'd be cool.
Unless it's something you're planning on actually like developing.
I wouldn't mind.
Selling.
I would love to like actually print the cards.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But we'll see about that.
Yeah. That's for. Well, maybe we can like use Funny Island to like when you make the game, we play it on Funny Island.
Oh,
we
totally.
Advertise it. That'd be super cool.
I'm down. That'd be fun.
That way, people like get the gist of what it is.
No, totally. That's a good idea.
I want to say, Funny Island has had a rough start because I mean we're just learning how to fucking make these videos and what we actually enjoy making and what people like watching. So anyone who's watching right now or listening right now, like, thank you guys for fucking sticking around.
Honestly, we're kind of fun. We're fumbling
definitely
through
fumbling, but it's fun. It's fun learning new shit. Like every time we make a video and I edit it, I'm like, oh, I should have done this that way, and I'm like always learning shit.
That's good.
So it's really nice.
And we're only gonna get better too.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, it'll be wavy. Like we'll have good episodes and bad episodes, but generally,
well, especially now since we've been on like a big break.
Oh yeah,
we're, like, it's just getting back into it.
Yeah, we like tried recording Let's Plays just now, and it was pretty.
Yeah,
rough.
we did like 5 different games, and like all of it was kind of bad.
Yeah, we had like some funny moments, but it wasn't very consistent.
We just need to.
We need to pick like a good game.
I was gonna say, yeah, more so than anything, we just have to get a good game.
I think we were playing a lot of games that we hadn't played before. We were like, oh, let's try this new game, and it like didn't end up working. So I think we need to play games.
What games have I mean, I have a lot of games on my Switch that we need to anyways.
But yeah, we just need a game that doesn't have a complex plot that one of us can play like pretty easily.
I'm telling you, we just need to do a shit ton of Isaac, and then we can.
Oh, Isaac would be good, yeah.
Then we can just talk about whatever. That's a game that I've become good enough at where I can.
I'm totally down to
play
do that.
It blindly.
We could do that as like the first playthrough back. Honestly,
that'd be fun.
Maybe on Friday after we record.
Yeah,
the live action, we can do some Let's Plays.
I'll just bring my laptop over, and then I also have like I want to do Little Nightmares.
Oh yeah, I like know nothing about that game.
That would
so
be
that's
great.
exciting.
I also have the like the DLC. No, that would be
Ooh,
perfect.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's not like a super long game, but like
Oh, there's fucking Cuphead DLC. We should play that.
we're not gonna be able to talk about anything while we're playing that though. Except
Well,
we're just yelling. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a different type of
Yeah.
playthrough where we're giggling and screaming.
Yeah, that's
So
true. That's true.
That's fun.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like we've like restarted that game so many times. I'm like,
yeah.
swear to God, if I have to play like those first 3 levels again. But
It's fine.
still, it's fine.
Well, we can wait a while. We can do it like in the summer or something.
Yeah, I'm down though.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited though. Ryan and I were talking about the the Funny Island Instagram because he was talking about Instagram
Yes.
Reels, and we want to do like Reels specifically for
Really real reels.
Reels specifically for Instagram, and then Reels that are like highlights from our episodes.
Yeah.
So that'll be super fun.
And
So
just
I'm-
like, and then on our Instagram, we can just like have funny pictures of us, like at the
oh
beach
yeah, like
and doing crap.
anytime we're like both doing something, we can just throw a picture on
Yeah,
there.
we need to do the
Or like gross pictures of each other.
We have those funny pictures from the hike where we're sitting.
Oh
on the
yeah, we're like
log.
shaking hands. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
That's
good.
fun. Yeah, yeah. I'm excited.
We should like post like pictures of us in black and white, saying like make them sound like historical events related to Funny Island. Like this is where
Funny Island was founded.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where Funny Island was discovered. We discovered Funny Island.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like pretentious philosophy things where it's like ideas aren't made, they're discovered. Everything already exists and you just pull it out of existence with your
Yeah,
brain.
except ironically.
No, it's real. The sculpture already exists within the stone. You just
No,
need to
I know,
unlock
but I'm
it.
talking about our posts.
Is that what you do? Well, is that what you do with your art? You're like, the painting already exists in the canvas. I just need to
No.
paint. I just need to let it out.
It's simpler than
The
that.
painting exists in my heart, and I need to.
It's more like I throw shit at a canvas and then maybe I make it
You
look
copy
cool.
and paste pictures.
I
Clearly.
yeah.
Talk about that.
Okay. I will. I'm not even like. I'm happy that I'm not as bummed out about it as I could be.
Yeah.
Because we were literally just talking about like bad comments when we were driving the other day. But I just got like a stupid troll comment on one of my painting time lapses.
Well, it wasn't even a troll comment. Like the person seemed like.
I'm sure they were like, well, it's hard to tell, especially with their username. But I mean, that's what I told Alex if I get on any of my art videos, I get a comment that is negative and not like a critique.
You know, delete his channel.
That's it.
If I
I'm
get one
done.
comment.
No, I'm just saying if I get basically just a mean comment, then that shows me that they're not like an artist, and that
Well, it depends because you can still have people that are critical, like, and have good criticism, and they're still mean about it, which doesn't happen often. But
that's different. I would react to that. I would treat that as criticism.
Yeah.
So even if it is mean, I might be like, oh, that's uncalled for. But at least it's like
they're still helping
coming
you
from
somewhat.
like an artistic eye, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but this person.
It was just like,
Yeah.
oh, you photo bash, so therefore you're just like painting over images.
Yeah, well, talk about.
Which is
explain what photo bashing is for those that don't know.
Well, it's okay. So part of what I do with my paintings is I use photo textures, and a lot, like especially during my process, it does just look like I'm putting images in there, and that's
it's
what
because you do concept art.
Mhm.
You're not like Ryan's not doing like these crazy.
I'm not doing
paintings, like-
Renaissance paintings.
Yeah, like Ryan could paint it all himself, but the whole thing about concept art is like usually when someone hires you to make concept art, you need like you need to be able to change stuff quickly, or you need like a bunch of like
you need to make something look good quick.
Yes, exactly, and you need to convey like very specific
textures and
like,
lighting and all this stuff. And
so photo bashing is fine, especially because it's not like usually concept art isn't something that you're like publishing, right? It's just like it's something that's going to help.
It's a cool way to. It's just for me. It's just a fun way to express. It really is just a way to express myself and make like cool looking stuff.
And it's not like you make a landscape and then you just like copy and paste a castle into it. It's like it's like the wall texture. You get like some bricks and you kind of put them in there and then you paint over them and like adjust the lighting on top of them. Like you make it yours.
And
it's
like this painting, I had an idea of what I wanted it to kind of go for. So I do like my initial sketch. I throw a couple photo textures in there, and then I'll do like that with the clouds and whatnot. Anyway, so it's just part of the process. Some people don't think it's kind of cheating, and that's like, if you think that, that's fine. But for me, it's all about the end product, and I just
exactly.
I'm just gonna I want the end product to look good, so it doesn't matter how I get there, right? So,
but we'll say what the comment said.
Well, it was basically like like copying and pasting images and painting over it. That's very skillful. It was very just like passive aggressive.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
And you know what? Like whatever. Like, when someone says that, I'm like, part of me did want to respond and be like, oh, like
I responded.
I know. Part of me wanted to respond and just be like, oh, like I mean, all right, then go ahead and like let's see, like. I almost want.
Let's see you do it.
Let's see you do it. I almost
but that's
like
the most like typical response.
That's very petty.
Because I also want to respond with, well, show me your art. Then.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
That's so typical.
Pretty, it's very typical and kind of petty. And then I was also thinking it'd be kind of funny to just be like, oh, thanks for the, thank you for your critique or whatever. Just
you
like
should have pinned his comment.
I could. Yeah, I could. No, but I don't know. I don't care to respond. Obviously, it's not. I see that, and I'm just like, okay, so you. Well, to me, that just says like you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you think that like that technique is either easy or like cheating, then actually the fact that if someone thinks that it's cheating, that's like one thing.
Yeah,
and that's like okay, that's fine, that's your idea. But like if you think that it's easy, which is what they thought it was, I was like. That's kind of a whole different thing. I'm like, oh, clearly you don't know what you're talking about. Then.
Yeah.
Because like, it's quote unquote easy to copy and paste an image into a painting or whatever. It's not easy to make it look good.
But it's also fucking digital art. It's like you have all these tools at your disposal. Why not use them?
Right.
It's like if you're painting like an oil painting, and it's like someone saying, "Oh, I can use like a sponge to create texture instead of just." Tapping my brush like 100 times on the thing. Right. It's like, of course you're gonna use whatever you have at your disposal.
Yeah. It's like it's so funny because it's like, okay, then what do you want me to do? Do you want me to? Is it being digital? Is that cheating too? Should I just?
Yeah. Like, where's the line?
Where's the line?
And it's interesting too because with concept art, especially for like TV and film pitches. For anyone that doesn't know, Ryan graduated with a degree in game art, and I graduated with a degree in film and TV studies, which is super cool. But with TV and film pitches, some people will hire a concept artist to get their ideas across, but a lot of the time they'll just take like pictures from Google Images or like stills from other movies to convey what a character looks like or what a scene is going to look like, or kind of they'll even make mood boards out of like other movies and put that in this like official pitch that they're showing to like network executives because it's not something that's going to be published, right?
Yeah,
so to get the point across.
It doesn't matter what they're showing at that point.
And even with Ryan's concept art, I mean, it's not like any of these pictures are like you can tell what they are by the end of it.
Yeah, fortunately,
and most of them you like take yourself, right? It's like clouds.
Oh yeah, or I use AI programs to make them, so they're not anything.
Well, there's like royalty-free pictures. You can use like pixels and stuff.
Oh yeah, totally. No, there's.
I can send you the link to that if you.
There's a because at one point I was interested about it. There's one big rule with photo bashing.
Yeah.
And this can be broken if you do it right. I don't do this because I this is the one rule I don't like. I kind of stay away from.
Yeah.
Is using other people's art.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That is then a little bit. That's iffy. I want to do that. That's
because that's not what you're like when you use pictures. It's for like specific textures, right?
Yeah, you're just
something that
to,
exists in nature. So using someone else's art is like. It's a little funky.
Well, at that point, you're like using someone else's like, and like you could argue like, oh, someone else's like photos are like their art, but. Yeah,
but you're not going on like someone's photography account, right?
And, right.
Like,
yeah, you're not
their picture of the Taj Mahal for the bricks. You just get fucking brick textures. Or
exactly,
whatever.
And then even then, the rule of thumb for photo bashing is just if it's not recognizable, then you're good.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't find the original image from it, then you're completely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of my thing is I generally I paint over everything, and it's
and it's never like I said earlier with like the castle, like it's never like a big set piece. It's just like something that kind of helps you
totally
reference.
And that's why I've like even like obviously I don't let comments like that bother me. I sounded a bit salty about it, but I was just kind of more so than anything, I was salty about the idea of it. I would have rather
like,
them have like
just someone being uninformed or like not
yeah,
thinking.
yeah, honestly. But that's why I'm trying to move to doing like strictly like AI generated stuff, because like at that point then no one can complain.
Or, I mean,
even if
you could also just like a lot of it, you could just like take pictures, which is what I did.
Oh yeah,
I did that with 3D
too,
for a while. I would just make my own picture textures. But then I was like, everything was starting to look like a fucking PS3 game because it was like stylized, but it was using real textures. So then you got me into Substance Painter, and that was great.
Yeah. That's a great program.
I love Substance Painter.
And adding,
then I started using like the default textures, which they're okay. But then I like actually took a course on like making my own textures in it, and fucking I made dragon scales in it, and that took me like a whole day of like, because it's like node editing.
Yeah,
super cool. I hope I get to use it again for something.
That'd be cool as hell. I was just gonna add to that. Something about the kind of like what you said, like you used your own pictures for a second, and then you kind of moved to Substance or whatever. The same thing. Like, I do like using images, but I am trying to actually either move to my own textures or my own like pre-made stuff, because sometimes
you make like your own brushes and stuff.
And right.
You have like stamps in Photoshop.
Yeah,
right?
totally. And sometimes textures are very like, it's almost it's like it's too unsubtle. It's like sometimes like, especially if you're like if you have a very painterly painting, using like a hyper realistic photo texture can sometimes be like jolting. Which is why either making your own like kind of stylized textures or using AI generated images it feels a lot. I told a guy earlier today,
fuck off,
that was go away, that asked me about, he noticed that I was using AI images, and I was like, "Oh, you sneaky! You found me
That's
out."
awesome. Yeah.
But it's way more natural to use
like
them.
Even more so on that spectrum of like using the tools at your disposal to like their full advantage. Like AI art is this very, very new thing. Like it's within the last year, it's become like accessible to everyone.
I thought it was cool because I got on it early on, but then I noticed literally everyone else was
everyone
doing
was
it.
like,
So I was like,
I typed in Goku and this is what it came up, and it like looks like fucking Goku's been morphed into goo.
It just looks nice. I don't know what about the algorithm. It just throws colors together nicely.
Oh, the colors
and
very nice.
It just creates good it's just good textures. So that's all it is.
Kind of just looks like it takes like the first 10 images from Google Images and just kind of swirls them.
Yeah, honestly.
If you like do one word, I guess. If it's multiple, then it's whatever. But it's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's working for me. But anyways, I don't want to sound like I'm overly salty about this one bad comment.
You can be, honestly.
I've that's literally what it is, though. It's just like it. I don't mind like mean critical comments, but but like if you're just like, I don't know, if you're just being mean about it, it's silly.
Well, it's also in the same vein as I'm looking at my stats on Fiverr, which is where I freelance. If you guys need any 3D models, just go to Fiverr or just email me directly. That way we don't have to deal with the 20% cut on Fiverr. Anyway, look at my Instagram for whatever.
Look at me.
Look at my Instagram if you want to commission me. Just DM me or something. But no, it's in the same vein as people who don't understand how much time and effort art takes. Like with concept art, sure, like some paintings take you only like an hour or two.
Yeah, depends.
But it's also your skills that you've been honing since you were born.
Yeah.
Like you've literally been drawing and painting since you've been able to think about drawing and painting, which is 21 years of experience. And so it doesn't really matter how long it takes you, but people are like there's like the famous like choosing beggars where it's like, can you draw me something for free? Or they're like, I'll pay you $10 to do this painting, and it's like, dude, you don't understand. And that's why I was looking at my Fiverr because this reminded me of Fiverr, but like people will message you and they'll be like, hey, how much for this thing that's gonna take like 3 weeks for you to do? And I'm like, oh, and I always give like really like humble prices. Like
sure.
like I'll charge 300 for something that like should be maybe 400 or 500, just because I know they're not going to pay more than that, and it sucks. But I need the money. But even then, I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be like $350. They just leave me on red because they're not going to fucking pay for it.
Yeah. That's how
which is fine. And what ends up happening is like they'll pay someone in like Indonesia or like India, because they're paying them with American money, which there's worth more, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I mean, I know what my art is worth, so I'm not gonna settle for less, because then it's not worth my time. Like I might as well go work at fucking Domino's again. Or Best Buy.
You should work at Domino's and give me pizza for free.
Listen, I worked at Domino's for a month. I got all the fucking, like, when they would mess up a pizza, they would just leave it there. And I was like, why is nobody taking these? And I would, like, take them home. And I just had Domino's all the time. And I'm like, oh, I see why nobody takes these home. Because I've gained, like, 100 pounds in a month.
Yeah.
And I feel awful. And grease is, like, spilling out of my orifices. Orifices? What is an orifice?
It's
like
a hole.
Holes? Yeah. Okay, good. I was like, that doesn't sound right. But
that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right.
It sounds gooey and gross.
That doesn't sound right. Let's talk about My Hero Academia.
No.
I got Ryan into it.
No, we can't talk about this for too long.
What?
No one wants to hear about.
No, let's
okay, so
our, like, initial, like, we're not gonna like deep dive into
Alex
it.
mentioned that he started reading My Hero Academia, and he had told me about it before, and I was like, of course, me and my friends at school had always made fun of it, but
Ryan would like watch the meme videos and everything.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know what? Yeah, it seems
Bring it
like
on.
There's a reason why people watch it.
Yeah,
so, and like read it. So I started reading it. I'm liking it so far. So
yeah, I like knew that the anime was coming like way before the anime actually came out. There was like some like concept art or something that I saw, and it's like new like key art for, I guess that's not concept art, but new key art for the upcoming anime My Hero Academia. And I was like, oh, that looks awesome. I like saw it on Facebook in like fucking, it must have been like 8th grade or something. And then the anime came out 10th grade, so sophomore year of high school. And I watched it, and I was super, super into it, and it was awesome. I started watching season 2, and I like started reading the manga because the season was coming out and I wanted to know more. And then I just kind of, I think it was because the fan base started to get like really big and toxic. And I was just like, I need a break from this.
Yeah, because we were like in the hot tub, or like you were telling me about it like early on.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that sounds cool. Like, and this is again before like the big hype for it kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there was probably some for it.
But like the hype that series has had, especially like in America, is insane.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
totally.
The American audience for My Hero Academia is massive.
And again, like me and my friends would like spend time just like watching like cringe videos of people, that kind of stuff. So it's so funny that that we've come back to start. Of course, you're a lot farther ahead than I am.
Oh but so I like, I don't know why I started reading it again. I think I was just like, well, I reread through One Piece like a year and a half ago. And then I was like, I'm going to read through Dragon Ball, and I never got around to it. I started reading Naruto, and it was alright.
I've been like lagging behind you with like, you're like, I started watching Naruto. I'm like, oh, I should, or reading Naruto or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe I should check that out.
And I want to keep reading Naruto. It's just a lot slower.
Yeah.
I'm like, alright, I know I like My Hero Academia. I know I'm going to have a good time, so I'll read it. And the chapters are just like really well paced, and it's interesting.
Totally.
It's fun, so I'm enjoying reading that. I'm like 160 chapters in right now.
I don't know where I'm like,
and I fucking, when I'm working out, I'm like, oh, I want to get as strong as All Might, which is, it sounds stupid, but it's a good motivator. I'm like doing weights, and I'm like, dude, I don't look like him yet.
Not to sound like a weeb, but like, manga and anime are totally
Listen,
good.
whatever,
like, motivation.
Whatever you need to motivate you, that is perfectly valid. Yeah. If you're like boxing and you're like, I'm gonna pretend this is Bowser and I'm Mario and I'm beating him up, like whatever you need to fucking imagine in your head to like.
If you do that, I'll bully you.
Yeah, well, if you say that out loud, I'll definitely bully you. Yeah, when I'm lifting weights, I'm like plus ultra, and then my dad comes in and shoots me with a pellet gun
and laughs at you.
Yeah, he's like, you're saying it wrong. It's plus ultra.
He comes in and corrects you on your lore. That'd be funny.
And it's not All Might, it's Orumaito. And then he fucking turns the lights off and punches me in the stomach.
He turns off the light and like starts hitting you from all different sides.
Yeah,
you're trying
he
to
goes
fight
into
back.
he goes into fucking one. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about My Hero Academia.
You guys make fun, but me and Alex are actually really buff.
No, we're not. We're getting there.
Yeah.
I talked about this on the Let's Plays that we recorded, but we're not using any of that, so I'll talk about it again.
I told you once, I'll tell you again.
Since I graduated with my degree in film, I'm like making videos to.
He's rich.
No, I'm poor. That's why we donated we tried to donate plasma. Anyway, yeah, we attempted to.
Yeah.
Anyway, I need to make videos to build my portfolio. So I want to do eventually my goal is to direct TV shows, but an easy way to like make money starting out is to like do commercial stuff. So I'm making videos for like local businesses and stuff. And there's this Taekwondo school I went to when I was in like middle school and a little bit of high school. And I went to them and I'm like, hey, like, do you guys need any videos? And they're like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. And I'm like, hey, like, listen, you guys don't need to pay me anything, but like, can I do some lessons in exchange for the videos? And they're like, fuck yeah. They didn't say fuck yeah, but they were like, they're super down for it because they know how valuable it is to have like good promotional material. Especially because their like student numbers have gone down because of COVID, and they're being safe. Like we have masks in class. But anyway, so I'm doing Taekwondo now twice a week, and it's super fun. But the classes are only 45 minutes, and there's only 2 of them a week for like my age group and skill level. So there's like the adult class that's twice a week. And then there's the like adult black belt class right after, but I'm not a black belt, so I can't go to it.
Kind of a loser then, huh?
Yeah, I know. When I did it in middle school, I could go like fucking 4 times there's class 4 times a week and like 3 or 4 classes a day that I could go to. Because like as a kid, I could go to the adult classes because I was higher ranked than most of the adults. Anyway,
that probably felt good.
It was super cool. I was a badass. Now I know nothing. I still have because I learned it at such a young age, I have like the very foundations of it still ingrained in me, which is nice, but my skills just aren't where they were. My skills aren't where they were.
You're kind of flabby and gooey now.
But so what I'll do is like before I go to Taekwondo class, I'll like run and then I'll come back home and do some weights and then go to Taekwondo. So then like by the time I get there, I'm like already kind of tired. So then it's like really pushing my muscles. And I like it. It makes me like feel good. And it's a good motivator because then it's like, well, like I have to go to this class and I have to get better and I have to get stronger. Like I don't want these people to see me not improving. So like because I have an audience seeing me, quote unquote audience.
It's just like real anime.
Well, no, I don't think about anime when I'm in Taekwondo.
I don't think about anime.
I don't think about anime. I don't think about anything. I think about how much pain I'm in usually.
Okay,
because everything, all the stretches and shit we do is insanely painful.
I think about anime when you're in Taekwondo.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's all you do. All you do is watch anime. You paint for 20 minutes a day and then you watch anime.
Yeah, basically.
You're $300 20-minute painting. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and that's been fun. It's kind of therapeutic, like doing exercise of any kind, like kind of suffering.
Yeah,
is nice.
Your butt kicked by 5-year-olds.
Well, we don't do sparring yet because I think they have to figure out how that's going to work with COVID.
True.
With like contact and everything.
Yeah.
But I want to do sparring. I think that's going to be super fun.
You can do that on me.
We only have one. I say we. I only have one set of sparring gear. We should use that on Funny Island. The sparring gear.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd use it for, but it'd be fun.
That's cool that you can do Taekwondo stuff though.
Yeah. I wanna get cool at it. I want to like my kicks. My kicks are okay. I'd say my kicks are powerful, but they just look really ugly. Like my technique is just not good. So I need to work on like doing them slowly and getting my flexibility back up and getting all the movements right. But it gives me something to do and something to look forward to.
I need to get good at some sort of like physical
water polo
activity.
If you did water polo, you'd be insane.
Oh, I know.
Like you'd have fucking
those
wings.
People look like
goddesses.
Like
goddesses. I don't know. I said that weird.
Like beautiful gods and goddesses.
Yeah, they have like fucking every muscle you could ever have. They have
moving in the water is like probably the best.
Like staying afloat because they're not like swimming all the time. They're like doing a weird like doggy paddle or they're just like kicking their legs really fast. Like how do they stay up? They don't have floaties.
Oh, are they not like standing on the bottom of the?
Oh, maybe it's a shallow. I don't think it's a shallow pool.
I think I've seen pictures of them like just standing in the water.
Let me look this up.
Okay, because I would.
There's no way
I wouldn't do it if you had to just swim the entire time. That'd be terrifying. I don't like treading water. I feel like I'm not good at that.
Treading water. Listen,
Although
it kind of looks like they are just. Oh my god, they're definitely. Oh, do you see what they're doing with their legs? They're like kicking them out like a frog.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, and it looks like you can't see shit. Like the water's just constantly like splashing in your face.
That's
why are
terrifying.
they like? Why is she tied to something?
Oh, maybe it just marks your like positions. Oh my god. Yeah, they're all like. They all have to be like super fit.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
If that was easier, like more convenient to do, I maybe I'd do it. But
you thought it was like a kiddie pool where you're like bouncing on your
no,
tiptoes?
just like I can't like practice it in my backyard, you know.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand what you said. But no, yeah. Well, you don't have to do like if you just work out. That's
I know. Maybe that's
like,
enough.
good enough. Yeah.
But like yeah,
And there's not enough time in like anything to really get good at something at this age.
Oh, I know, right? I was thinking of the other day. I think I told you I want to get good at like either like archery or like fucking like axe throwing or something. It's like something like that.
That's something you have to do like when you have your own house, you have it in your backyard, and like instead of playing video games or whatever, like that's what you do after you're done with work.
That'd be a good like.
That'd be a fun activity to have.
That would be
having
good,
like a little mini archery
instead
range.
of going to like do video games or something, I just like all right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Axes at a wall. There's that video though of like the girl throwing the axe at the wall and like bounces back at her. I'm like, oh, I would hate for that to happen.
Yeah, you gotta have the proper safety measures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I like being active.
Yeah.
It makes me less sad.
No, yeah. I mean, and it's like nice. It's good feeling like strong and whatnot.
Yeah. No, for sure.
What's a cool thing I could get good at? Like they're all like swordsmanship.
That'd be awesome, but
it would. I guess
you do have a sword now.
It's not like a real. I feel like if I swung it too hard,
it's probably not like full tang or whatever.
Yeah, tang.
The handle's just gonna break off. No, it's cool though. Super cool. Our friend Aaron got Ryan.
It's totally dope.
It's awesome. It's not like super sharp though. It's just kind of like
no, but it looks.
It
like
shouldn't
a sword.
be sharp.
Yeah. We'll utilize it on the Funny Island set.
Oh, definitely.
We'll stab each other with it. That's the punishment.
I mean, it's up to you what you get good at.
I know. I just don't have any ideas at all.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
It's hard to do archery at my house, so maybe not.
Yeah, you have dogs. Yeah, that's awful. Cool. Well, I think this was a very fun first podcast. Fun-filled adventure.
Yeah. No, that was good.
That was fun.
We'll do these regularly.
Oh, definitely. This will be a weekly thing.
Yeah.
I know this first one's probably not going to get a lot of views or listens or whatever. But
this probably won't get many likes, but
I like. Well, listen to what I'm going to say. I like having this because this is like from when we have 83 subscribers right now, and we're like uploading again. This is our
I know we don't have a lot of subscribers.
Listen. So this like not a lot of people are going to listen to this, but if we do hopefully grow and like get more people later on, people might come back and listen to this and be like, wow, that's where they were when they started, and then they'll like
they sure were pathetic.
Well, that's great.
Honestly,
if people can look back on our stuff and be like, they were pathetic and not like, oh, they're just as pathetic as they used to be, like, that's great. Listen, I'm gonna listen back to this when I'm editing it, and I'm gonna be like, oh, we are pathetic.
What if I'm editing it?
I don't trust you.
I think it'll be good.
We can see about that.
All right.
Mr. Quality Control me.
Mr. Quality Control me. That's your quirk.
Quality control, just being really upset that nothing is ever good.
No.
I'm never satisfied.
You like point your finger at someone and it like improves whatever they're trying to do.
It just my superpower is that I'm brutally honest. Your teeth are fucked up. You're fat.
No.
You're ugly.
No.
Your mom doesn't love you. My mom doesn't.
Your
love
mom
me.
loves me.
Becky. I hope you're listening to this.
I almost called your mom Quintilda. I don't know. That's not her name.
She might as well be.
That's me.
No, Jim and Becky, Ryan's parents. If you're listening to this, thank you.
You do that every video.
I know I do, but they're so sweet.
Yeah.
Your parents were so excited when I came to your house and showed them the drone video I took at the beach.
They opened their arms and they said, "Welcome home,
son."
And
then they make a horrible face at you.
They show you
hugging you. They shake their head.
They look at me and their eyes are like red and like they have like crooked smiles.
What is that? Ew.
I don't know.
That's scary.
They show the certificate that
The birth certificate.
you're theirs now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.